5 years ago, uh, I was a full-blown alcoholic. I had a lot of struggles with marijuana. Um, there's some stuff that my family doesn't know that I'm going to say tonight. I was snorting pills when I was in Hazleton because I was depressed. I started coming to Victory when they were back near at the church, at the Wawa.
Yep.
It was years ago, and it never clicked. I mean, I was saved. At one point, I was really into it. I got baptized. But I had no respect for myself. I was suicidal. My life was on a downward spiral. I got arrested, got a DUI, put my life. My mother said to me, "You have a choice. You can become something of yourself or nothing of yourself in this world." And I chose to become something of myself. And as I gathered now, I said to my Aunt Renee and my mother, I said, I think I need to join Men of Honor. And I think that's where my mom came up and said, "You're joining," because I really needed some guidance still. I still struggled with marijuana. The alcohol, I've been sober. March 13th will be 6 years without a drop of alcohol. Thank you. That's pretty much what that was.
Okay.
Just a glimpse of it.
Just a glimpse. Well, so you kind of filled in a little bit about, why you decided to be a protege, but I remember you kind of saying to me, like, if I don't do something about this, it's not going to be good.
Right. Yeah, at the time, before I left Hazleton, I'm a store manager for Firestone Complete Auto Care, and I was up there in Hazleton, and I had met a beautiful woman online and on an online Christian dating site, and she is now my fiance, and we have, and I didn't know what I was going to do, because when I came up to the table, I honestly needed fixed. I was still broken inside, and I thought to myself, how can I, before I get down on one knee, how can I ask her to marry me when I'm broken inside and I can't help myself, so how am I going to help her and us to grow together? When we met, she wasn't a Christian either. I was saved, but I was broken. She went on a women's retreat and came to this church and went to a women's retreat, and I got saved, and she has been such a blessing in my life. But yeah, there was nothing I could do. It was my last resort to get help.
Awesome. Give everyone here just a pretty brief summary, just very briefly, on your year and what that looked like. I know you have some really cool things that took place with your mentor, and some things that probably I'm not sure any mentor has ever done for us in this ministry. But explain that a little bit.
Well, as I started out this year, I wasn't 100% committed to making changes in my life. I still smoked weed. Pretty much every other day, and I didn't see a problem with it. I thought to myself, it seems like everybody goes home and has a beer, or takes a load off, and I was smoking weed, and my mentor helped me realize that this is a huge problem. This is a huge wall in your life. This is a huge problem. God doesn't see this, Dave, as okay. God sees this as a problem in your life, and it's becoming worse. And you're not walking the path that you said you were going to walk. And he held me accountable. And that's where staying strong and having to work hard, just like every one of these men did, is tough. And this is very difficult. If you are committed, you'll do it, And I followed that, and I haven't smoked weed for 9 months now, and that's out of my life.
Didn't he take it from you?
Yeah.
Listen to this. This is pretty neat.
Steve Glick's my mentor, and Steve actually had said something to me. Steve had actually taken my marijuana from me.
Didn't smoke it though, right?
Didn't smoke it.
Okay.
we flushed it down the toilet, and that was the end of that. So, yeah, that was probably the first time I think any mentors probably ever had to do that. But it was something that I needed to do, and he helped me through that because saying it that I'm going to go home and do it, and doing it, having it right there was a lot easier. Having somebody right there beside me to just get rid of it and put it behind my life.
Awesome, awesome. Give him a round of applause. That's awesome. So, besides, quitting smoking weed, and, what's different about the David Rogers that sitting here tonight compared to the David Rogers, that was signed up? There's some other things there that have taken place.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's how I've changed. I now come to church every week. Every Sunday I'm here. I met with my mentor every week religiously. I'm serving in the kids' ministry. Parents, don't be scared. I'm fine. Everything's good. I promise. So, Steve is, helped me through so much. But it's not just Steve. Obviously, we give the praise to the Lord, for everything all the prayers He's answered. Also, I'm completely fired up for God. There's just no way to explain it and no way to express how much we owe, how I feel that God has done in my life that I can never give back to Him. The blood that has been shed for us is unbelievable. I can't explain to you how grateful I am, and I'm sorry I made some notes.
Oh, you're good, man. Talk a little bit about Steve and your wedding. And
Oh, yeah. Steve is my groomsman in my wedding. I have had friends for as long as I can count, and I can't picture somebody better than standing at my wedding than Steve Glick and his entire family and his beautiful girlfriend, Ashley.
Awesome. So, yeah, give him a round of applause. That's awesome. So, last question here, Dave. What would you tell men that are sitting here tonight that might be thinking about signing up for Men of Iron as be a protege, or maybe they're here and they're from another church and they're saying, man, we got to get this ministry in our church? What would you tell them? Or maybe there's a man here that's struggling tonight with something. What kind of encouragement would you give to them?
I would tell them that signing up isn't enough. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of work, a dedication. The whole process is difficult. Men don't naturally open up. Ladies, you all know that. Men don't open up very naturally, you know what I mean? And you know what? And we need to be real about growing our lives. But we have to do what we have to do in order to grow with the Lord. And I would recommend signing up for Men of Iron because I'm a standing testimony today saying that I've been sober off alcohol 6 years. I'm done with marijuana. I'm engaged to a beautiful woman. I'm getting married May 2015. And I just continue to grow. The kids ministry, I love the kids. We have so much fun. I continue to smile and be able to come to the church when I see the faces. People shake my hand, give me hugs. And, I love the fact that I can take care of the kids while you all are growing out here as well. Don't be, I love it. I love being with everything that I've been doing. And I can't thank Men of Iron enough and the Lord enough for everything, and Steve.
Awesome.
So
Let's give Dave